inside of Lumen Field in the Soto District of Seattle. Today, a good one in the NFC West. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy gets this one into the hands of Dewan Jennings. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll go play action. Purdy. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Boye Mafe in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
That's into the hands of the fullback. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This will be from 56 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He's going to look deep, going to Cup, and that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Niners offense ready now for their second drive. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Boye Mafe gets us for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Darnold will try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter from the 33. Here's second down and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Seahawks field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense ready to get back to work. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
On comes Thomas Morstead. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Here's Horton. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. The ball comes out. The Niners have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks spring.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion is Barner. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Operating from the gun is Darnold. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Seven 3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We're back to Seattle after this. Here's Michael Dixon now as he's on to punt for the second time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. It's a gain of 34.
I love the aggressive approach. You don't want to give the ball back to your opponent in this situation. So they dial up a shot play, push the ball downfield, results in a massive play here late in the first half.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Seahawks 22-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He's got the connection. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
Kittle is the man in motion. Play fake. Now it's Purdy. He's going to run it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slops.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. So also Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the 49ers is going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Straight ahead, it's Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He'll tuck it and take off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets.
Oh, a loose football. Looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Give to Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or...
The ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. So Myers back out there, and the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Nicky Manwari is there to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Devin Witherspoon, the Pro Bowl corner, in on the blitz that time. He records the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Third down and 9. Throwing is Purdy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. blocker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
To throw is Darnold. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
First and 10. Darnold quickly to Smith and Jigba. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 6. They'll go play action with Darnold. They'll take a shot downfield, looking for Cup. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The 49ers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 3. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, 49ers.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a 49er first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
It's a big play when they needed it the most, and even 30 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brings up second down.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Third down. Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
At the 8-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop up. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
At the 9-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And you better choose wisely. That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Now, 2nd and 4. Darnold. Open man is Horton. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's taken in by Horton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards. And another first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw again is Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Elijah Arroyo was the intended target.
Brings up a
Now it's going to be 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minutes.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The 49ers offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Now Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearson. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's second down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Timeout 49ers. That is their second, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing again is Purdy. That pass caught right side, Valdez-Scantling. The Niners will use their third and final timeout. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This a potential game winner. Got the distance, and it's good! He knocks it through from long range. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Darnold now to throw. Now he'll air one out. Oh, that was hitballing around, and it's hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 35 yards. Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to force overtime. This one is good. Would you expect anything less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, 49ers.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll send a tight end in motion right. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
To the 49-yard line. Brings up second down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll send a tight end in motion. A run here with McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Purdy to Kittle for the Niners' first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Back to the air is Purdy. He's got room to roam. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, then you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with 1 stop to win this football game?
So the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. They'll send their tight end left. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play there in overtime. And even 30 yards.
46-yard line.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch, and that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection, and they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Here's Darnold again. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And he's in! Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime. to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.